What do you think of this? You like it?
Excuse us, please.
Sure, talk amongst yourselves.
What are we looking at? We're looking at SUMP. Looking at something. This is a Imperial Coffee Stout from Perennial Artisan Ales. An Imperial Stout with coffee. 1 pint. And it weighs in 11.5%. Where are they out of? St. Louis, Missouri. I pulled it out, and then I let it warm up a little bit. Ooh, she's a dark one. Very dark. No need to waste our time with the old light test. I guarantee you it wouldn't work, and I'm not using the glass. Oh, hey, Steve. Pretty soon there will be no lettering left on this poor glass. Huh? Yeah, I could probably draw your name in it with my fingernail right now. Smells like chocolate and fresh coffee. Cheers. Wow. This might have the heaviest mouthfeel of a beer I've ever had. Sweet chocolate and fresh coffee up front. Wow. This is awesome. It's too bad Matt can't be here to enjoy this. I only picked up one. Son of a bitch. If I would have gotten two, they would not be as good as this. Clyde, I missed Clyde on the club. He had Cheers Two-Hearted Ed Club. Two-Hearted Ed to the sunny slopes of Longo Warrior Battalion. Justin's final mission clubbers. First in, Gun Wild. First 4 days in a row, bitches. Ben N says first being second. Ben N, what the fuck? Brad Thomas, hell yeah, brother. I guess he didn't decide to wait around for 69th. Harmarsh, hello boys. Hello Harmarsh. Harmarsh. At 1 hour, 54 minute, 29 second review. Oh, hi Matt. EMT Rail Fan, 5th. Clyde, 6th. Whiskey and Revolution for all. Well, Clyde. Woo-wee. Let's read your comment on the Gyrojet. Gyrojet is a family of unique firearms developed in the 1960s, named for the method of gyroscopal stabilizing its projectile. Rather than an insert bullets, gyrojets fly small rockets called microjets, which have light recoil and do not require a heavy barrel or chamber to resist the pressure of the combustion gases. Velocity on leaving the tube was very low, but increased to around 1,250 feet per second, 380 meters per second, at 30 feet, 9.1 meters. The result is a very lightweight and transportable weapon. So technically, it was a rocket launcher. Okay, Clyde, I was hoping someone would get in on this. I picked up the Ardbeg from their Ultimate series, the Coreyvecken. And then I decided to do some research on it, and found that it is a like a tidal pool in the. I can't remember the name of the video. I found a guy that is really cool, really awesome boat too, and they were at it and filming, and it's really weird. It's basically caused by ocean waters hitting underground objects like a reef, and because of between the hot, the cold, and the speeds that the water is traveling, it causes a really weird effect. And like I said, this guy had just an awesome boat, and then they had drones, so they were able to actually park the boat right over one of those not tidal wave. It's like a vortex kind of thing. It's gonna be a neck pour, but from the research I've done, this is a very good Scotch. Not to mention, well, I don't know if things have changed over time, but the Whiskey Tribe, they reviewed this, and they were saying that it was fairly rare. They were also talking about how a lot of people that are first getting into scotches, they would normally steer them away from anything like this. And they said, but there's a few exceptions. And it's kind of funny because that's exactly what me and Christine were. When we went to go buy the first bottle of scotch I had ever purchased, they were doing the same thing. They were steering me away, and I'm like, well, wait a second, that smoky, that heavy peaty smokiness sounds like the kind of thing that we'd both, really like. So, Ardbeg 10. Oh, and there's a lot of it. Might have been overserved. Yep. Very peppery. Definitely smells completely different than the 10, but of course, just look at the difference in looks. The 10 looks like you put an eyedropper of this in this much water. Ardbeg 10 is a really light color. Oh, I hope it tastes anywhere near how it smells. Cheers, guys. Oh my. Wow, that has a heavy smoky, like a wood smokiness to it, like the Lafroig cast strength, or pretty much any of the Lafroigs, but the cast strength, and it kind of burns away, and it kind of starts going in like some peppery notes towards the end, where the Ardbeg just kind of hangs with you with that, like that campfire smokiness, really. And I almost chickened out once again on getting this because it wasn't they weren't exactly giving these bottles away, and I was like, God, I could for $30 less, I could get the Highland Park cast strength. For $40 less, I could get the Lafroig cask strength, and I'm like, you know what? I've had both of the other ones, and I definitely I would continue to get both of them. The Highland Park cast strength, I thank NIHOP for that. That was one that he sent me to review, and I was like, a definite. If you're a fan of the peaty, really full flavored scotches, I would say I would highly recommend always having the Highland Park cask strength in your collection or your arsenal. See, I don't know. You say I have issues, but I find that there's a different flavor and there's a heavier hit on the flavors on the ones that are the cask strength versus the other ones. You know, and it's not, whatever, smile money. It's not just about that they're higher in alcohol content. And this one just happens to be. I was about at the point where I was going to go with failure to commit and put it back on the shelf, and then I was gonna go for the Lefroy cask strength because for about the same money, Lefroy cask strength or Highland Park cask strength, I'll go with the Lefroy. And then I noticed that this one was even a heavier hitter than both of those. This one is 57.1%. Actually, the Whiskey Tribe boys, they someone sent them 3 of like the little airplane bottles, and they were acting like they had gotten their hands on something super coveted. That video was I don't remember if that video was 2017 or I think it was 2019. So, but something else I didn't know that I learned from them is the Ultimate Series is their top thing that they would put out, you know, as kind of a special release. What I don't have, let me remedy this. Hold on, sorry. Just monitor the TV because sure that. So, and Smile Money, just for the record, I decided to go back to the early days where, in order to have one of the brew girls, she had to either be it had to be alcohol, firearms, or patriotism, and I picked this one for firearms. Hey, don't see this drawer right here? I am positive there is a small 380 in that drawer. So this is a gun girl. Didn't scourge. Sure, that intro wasn't just Matt's normal Friday night. NIHOP, everyone here should be using Vanced and an ad blocking extension. No need to be looking at YouTube ads. You know I have a ad blocker extension on this for Chrome, and I don't know if they changed something, but if memory serves, it's not working again, and I have no idea what Vanced is. But yeah, I hate watching ads. I mean, they're kind of a necessary evil. I mean, after all, I am in full disclosure. This channel has monetization, and it's, for some weird reason, it's not grouped as part of the other channel. It has a completely different identification number, and whatever. Being that they call me on this, that, and I mean, there's been 2 videos in the last 10 that it actually doesn't say ineligible. So yesterday's video was eligible. If I turn monetization on, it would actually make some money. But you know, I've been playing by John's rules and letting John call all the shots over at the other channel. But to be totally sincere, I don't understand. The setting is the same. John just said the page for monetization, all you do is select yes or no, on or off. He says leave everything else the way I have it all set up. So every video is the same. And yet some people say that they were forced to watch and there was these mid-roll commercials and this, that, and the other thing. Yet if the setting is the same, why does YouTube do different things for different videos? This I do not have the answers to. But again, maybe I should just start showing you guys. Well, you guys do get to see everything over here. So you know the problem is companies like BattleBox and Crate Club just don't know it. But if I showed you what's in the Crate Club, you guys would. I would have more views on it here than over there. It has been pathetic on the last bunch of stuff. So, oh well. Again, I do like to say I do not know. I suppose someone. Actually, I'm surprised that someone didn't leave. Well, maybe someone has left a comment because I don't remember when I made the comment. I really hope that Scott over at Kentucky Ballistics is a monetized channel, because like I said, he very seldom ever goes over 250,000 views on a video, even one that's been up for quite a while. And his gun blowing up on him and almost killing himself. And again, I don't even remember. I don't even remember what I said. The aorta, whatever. I'm not a frickin' doctor, but yeah, it punctured right there. And of course, broke bones in his skull and his nose, and lost sight. And but that video is it's like gaining like 1 million views every like 14 hours. It was over 6.1, almost 6.2 million views when I looked at it this morning. So I really hope he's monetized, because he seems like a pretty cool guy, and no matter what any libtard anti-gun idiot wants to think, I don't see him ever doing anything that would even borderline on reckless. Now, I don't watch 100% of his videos. You know, especially now, thanks to the stupid system, you know, again, beating a dead horse. I loved it when I could say, hey, you know what? I'm really interested in watching any videos from my family. So like when Gunwild does a video, I want to be notified. You know, instead, you have that stupid effing list, and I've got, it like notifies me of shit. I don't even, first of all, I'm finding out that a lot of people evidently changed their YouTube name, so I may have known you as Ballistic Some Bitch, and now you're the American Loading Patriot, and it's like, never even heard of this name before. Go to check out their channel and, oh, I'm subbed, so someone else that has changed their name from whatever they used to be. But yeah, that in list that I can't even call, I don't even have to call it an inbox or subscription list or whatever the frick it is. It's entirely possible that, you know, I might have to look through pages and pages of YouTube videos that I don't know that I ever subscribe to these people, why they're showing up on this list. If I click that I don't want to be notified by these people anymore, it's like, seems like the following day there's more shit in there from these people. So I probably miss most stuff. All I can say is, and some people may say, you know, self-promoting. I love self-promoters. You know what I don't miss? I don't miss any videos from Altenda, and I don't miss any videos from Cobra, because they both sent, every time Altenda puts up a video, he texts me with a link to it. Perfect. I'm okay with that. I don't consider that bullshit or whatever you want to call it. I think it's awesome because otherwise I'd probably miss it. You know, my buddy Hector, crazy AHD cat. Now he does his Matchbox stuff, and that's how I met Big Charlie's Model Garage. It's like I'm like scanning and scanning and scanning, and I'm like, okay, I have now looked at so many videos. If I find something from Gunwild or Hector or Big Charlie, it's probably going to be from like a week ago. And it was like scroll, 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 scroll. Oh look, Tardisius from an hour, or I think it was an hour and a half ago or 4 hours ago this morning. I'm like going, I hate the system. I hate YouTube. I hate what they've done. I wish we had another format. I've made so many friends over here. It's kind of like throwing out the, you know, I'd love to be able to walk away from Facebook. The problem is I know and interact with so many people, and then that adds another dimension to the problem. How many people, even listening right now, do I interact with you on Facebook, but over there, it's your name. So I don't even, unless it's like something that it's been going on for a long time, I don't even, like, so I cleaned the bench today and reorganized and took some stuff off and bringing some things to the Star Trek room, and haven't decided if, you know, I started thinking, you know what, I should bring Spock and fake Captain Ken Kirk upstairs, and if that's the case, then I might as well bring the phasers. And then I was like, you know what, there's still stuff sitting down here that represents things that I'm passionate about, so I decided that I would leave the Enterprise and Spock and fake Captain Kirk. I have a real Captain Kirk, but real Captain Kirk is still in his package, and being how expensive he was, I think I'll just leave him there. Foco Loco, seek help. Yeah, Foco Loco, the beer looks like diarrhea. Yeah, Foco Loco, I would mag dump it anyway. Stupid fuds. Foco Loco, that ain't American. No, I think it's bullshit, but then again, this is the same play. These are the same idiots that closed an outdoor range because of COVID. They closed an outdoor range. I still like the meme that I saw and then shared. It's like, oh, the government says you can now stop wearing a mask outside. What? You were ever wearing a fucking mask outside? Oh my God. I'm sorry. You do what you got to do. I'm just saying that I have I have respect for people that just want to do it. But I have absolutely zero tolerance now. We ran, you know, I didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to go shooting today, and I'm not going to get a chance to go shooting today. The weather right now as it stands is less than half of what it was yesterday. So yesterday was shorts and a wife beater and a nice cold beer and a cigar outside. And then when the sun started to go down, it still never got to the point where I even thought about even putting on a sweatshirt or a light jacket. But then me, Miles, and Matt, we fired up the grill and lit the fire pit up. Matt's got to get back over here and finish cutting my wood, though, that he provided. McLean, I'd like to see Matt's head on a man's body for once. Yeah, I understand. Clyde, H10. Clyde says H10. H10 is a hit. H10 is a hit. And seems how I'm not saying, and you sunk my, then you know exactly what you're dealing with there, Clyde. Sharky, take the carrier of the battleship down. Clyde says working on it, but every time I get close, somebody kills it for me. Sharky, I'm not fishing in your waters this round or any of the next, dear sir. Poco Loco, Matt said when I was growing up, like he actually grew up or something. When was that, Matt? Last week? Tardisius. Pertoka? Petroka? Petroka? It's Russian. Pertoka for all? Here, I can... So I turn and go...
Perestroika.
Perestroika! Yeah, that's what I said. Perestroika. Perestroika. Sounds like some kind of a high-end, expensive supercar. Perestroika. Perestroika. Harmarsh. That Judge Judy show was the defendant was George Floyd the Sixth. Yeah, it wasn't the George Floyd because it would have made him like 27 years old, which he was not. He was what, 43? Was. McLean, why are you looking at third graders? I died. McLean, yes, Matt. Tits are everywhere. They tend to hang around the woman folk. Kids on fire, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm so glad you sleep on your stomach. I'll slip in for a cold one sometimes. Sometime. Sorry. I have to keep a serious eye on my bobber. I have what would be, I would consider my first solo batch of boiled peanuts, some goobers. Got some goobers in there. I dumped one of those big bag of the jumbo raw peanuts, and then I added 4 Reaper peppers, 2 devil's fingernails, 4 big jalapenos. Now everything but the Reapers were all from, the Reapers are from Mark, but all of the rest, some Anaheim peppers, jalapenos, the devil's fingernail, were all peppers that I had froze from our garden last year. Then I do garlic powder. I did a little crushed red pepper, some Texas Roadhouse steak seasoning, and then a shit ton of the Creole seasoning. A lot of people in the South will use it for like jambalaya or something like that. And that's what I basically everything that I have in there was similar to what I would have used with the Potter's seasoned bag, but in this particular case, I went with a whole shitload of, they were fresh last year, peppers from our own garden, and I'm really looking forward now with how and I was honestly shocked. Those porters, I purchased the Cajun. Somebody sent me 2 Cajun. I tell you, the garlic jalapeno, that's the way to go. I can I can add my Creole seasoning and a little, that was just Creole seasoning and some Reapers and a little bit of salt to one of those Potter's bags. And I don't know if you're anything like me, I was honestly shocked at how much more I enjoyed the Potter's garlic jalapeno boil the bag versus the Cajun. Now, if I can make this batch work out, I'm gonna need to see if there's any information on the paperwork that came with those and get more, because those peanuts are huge. They're huge. Bocoloco, I know an old guy who has a Camaro in his backyard. It showed up in his front yard in the 70s after a night of drinking, and it never left. Oh, Poco, of course you already know this. Poco, the laptop will be deplaning tomorrow when I get done with work. So if it's there, see, most of the places the deadline for me is 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I won't be able to have it there before then. So now it would count as a Tuesday morning. So you'll probably have the laptop on Wednesday or Thursday. ADHD cat Hector, he asked if I had some projectiles for. He bought an old Colt. And as much as stupid as it is to give away any ammunition at this very moment in time, I feel for people, especially when they buy a particular handgun and then can't find any ammunition for it. Not to mention all the things that people do for me. If I can do for others, I am definitely going to. So I don't know if he follows me over here anymore or not. I probably said a few things that offended him, and he stopped over here. But I also included Big Charlie. I included some things that he should maybe be able to modify. I didn't get to get as many as I had hoped for. But when he said that he was looking for some long 45 long Colt, I figured I might as well just put everything in one damn box. And I don't know if I'm going to get the chance to get it shipped or packaged up today, but I will have a big package of questionable stuff. Maybe I'll just make it 2 boxes. So if one is lost, only half of it is shit canned. But Lily's got her birthday party happening at the end of this month now, and people are coming from Minnesota and all over to be a part of it. And she asked me about sending her the left-hand nitro. Well, I have a 6-pack here. I bought another one today. It was their Shamrock series. I think it's the same beer inside. They just put it in different color bottles. And she's been asking for me to find her sour beers. And, you know, it seemed like I saw them all over the place until Lily asked me about it. Now that I'm running out of time and it needs to be to Virginia in the next 3 weeks, it'd be so nice if people like us could just go to a site like, say, the alcohol version of Amazon, and just search for something and be able to have it delivered as a gift for somebody. And instead, it's like, no, we can't do that. No, I'm sorry, we can't do that. Oh yeah, baby. Poco Loco H3. Okay. H3 has been called, and going off of Clyde's comments, Clyde says, let's see how many times a man can call H3. Hold my... Then he's got 10,000 smiley faces and 80,000 beers. And Poco Local says challenge accepted. Yeah, H3 has been called, I think, multiple times. McLean, Eric, you rotten son of a beach. You're throwing around guns to everybody and their brother, and I can't even get a reach around out of you. You got a lot of growing up to do, bud. Unsub and unlove. You can't quit me. Poco Loco, 2 hours? What the fuck? Nope, sorry. This one's got it cut short. Harmarsh, not sure about everyone else, but the video stops while the sound continues. Sharky, just 8 minutes in here, but I'll be expecting YouTube shenanigans. Yeah, they always do. Gunwild, I recognize that brew, babe. McLean, I'd trade Matt for George Floyd all day and twice on Sunday. Harmarsh, no outro girl. Oh, okay. I'll have to figure out what got used and put her back. Gunwild, the 17 HMR is a screaming round. I was shooting sage rats in Oregon with my 17 HMR, and it damn near turned those rodents inside out. Bobber's still up. Gunwild, in California, they tried to ban menthol cigarettes and flavored vaping juice. Cigars are exempt since they are not inhaled. I know some people that do. Gunwild, Matt can't smell. He must have the Rona. Gunwild, robbed of the outro, babe. Wade, oh yeah, they also yanked the thumbnail, and so I went to the page to appeal it, and I submitted a link to nude yoga. One of the more juicy large girls, unafraid to show everything. And I said, so you hypocrite socialists, I said, you want to remove the picture of a fine-looking woman wearing a swimsuit, but yet you can find this all day long. And guess what? All the nude yoga that I watched, and I watched plenty of it, trust me. Not a single one even had I had to verify that you're 18 years old. Then again, how many 16-year-olds would go, oh, I can't click that button? Needless to say, 30 minutes later, they came to the conclusion that my thumbnail did not contain nudity and put it back. Yeah. Douchebags. Wait, Brew Babe looks like she could use a few heart attacks at the retirement home. Rich. Cheers, all. Cheers, Rich. David Brown. Bunky is still grinning 22 hours later. Searching for the mate of your Italian job in both 9 and 45 ACP. They will probably be shipped by Wednesday. She is a nice girl. Oh yeah, so, well, that'll be interesting. So it's entirely possible that Bunky will have the 9mm and the 45 version of this. Oh yeah, I definitely spent a little time cleaning her all back up. Coincidentally, another one that has not spent any time in the safe. Unfortunately, I can't put this in the speed vault because it's a little bit too long. But why would you? You know, I told David, I said, if it wasn't for the fact that there was a gigantic difference in price, the 9mm full-on competition version of this was definitely badass. Well, evidently I'm not the only one that thought so, because it's already, the picture's even gone. Not unavailable. I think they just take the picture down when they no longer have it in stock. And I wanted to show it to Bunky, but yeah, it was gone. And yeah, I don't know. It's I tell you what, it's real easy to fall in love with the CZ style and design, and wanna keep getting things that look just like this. But I can honestly say that the fact that I shot it, David shot it, Bunky shot it, and Christine shot it. And that is something that normally doesn't happen all that much, where there's enough interest that everybody wanted to try it. Christine was really looking forward to shooting it, and everybody shot it very well. As full disclosure goes, Bunky was the closest to dead on bullseye, and had the tightest group of the four of us. David also had, I would say David's grouping was probably everything inside of a 50-cent piece. They were just a little low and to the right. Chris, I think everybody's shots were all probably easily within, about a 50-cent piece. But yeah, it's that second shot that will impress you the most, because even though it's a 10 millimeter, the amount of barrel rise due to the weight of the gun, how the low access of how they do their slides and frame. David, I hope she pulls. See, I don't know. I didn't do enough research. I knew that they had the 9 and the 10, but if they make that in a 45, it would be a very fun afternoon to be able to shoot all three flavors. Sharky, 50 Shades of Matt intro. Mr. Mark Mac 85, excellent brew, babe. You have to love summertime fun. Laugh out loud. And I can say back to him, you got that right, always. Yes, we do. I'm going with, you got that right. You got that right. Sharky, Tanfolias are sweet shooters. Can't wait to shoot one in 10 millimeter. Yeah. 9 millimeter variants reign supreme over here. The 17 HMR Ruger Precision looks really nice. The 17 HMR is such an angry hornet thing of a round. Oh, when I shot at the where the backstop is for the 300 yard, you just heard that thing cutting through the air. It was awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to watch you shoot a 10 millimeter version. Sharky, temperatures must be rising over there. It's been ages since I've seen Matt in a t-shirt. See, that is a tell. Smart money. Sure, you can look at a girl in the 3rd grade when you're in the 3rd grade, but nearly 50 years later, Eric, you still have her in your dreams and memories? Well, Dr. Phil may want you on his show. Laugh out loud. No, I'm just pointing out that in such a young girl, there was only one in our class, versus today, there's something in the food, something wrong in the food. Smart money. Well, Matt, you are not spending your time working like a productive American, searching for marijuana, opening pull tabs, shopping for expensive beer and drinking, and playing video games. Don't worry, I'm working to help support you. David Brown. Matt, during our many years of police work, I responded to hundreds of burglaries in progress, but never a burglary in process. Smart money. Words sometimes you need to stop and think. Thinking may be the step that Matt skips. Then again, Eric is mentoring him. Clyde caught that, but in process would save time. Smart money. Constant. What? Sounded like contingency in only in Duluthian. Smart money. Of course, the people Matt sells guns to file off the serial numbers, and B met them at the parole office. Smart money. Matt watch party. Drinking game. Yes, that was me. Smart money. Guns are not blazing. Matt, guns are drawn and are at ready. Big difference now. You sound like fake news. Mr. 27, disturbing intro, Matt. Mr. 27, nice brew, babe. Sharky, those farts did sound like they needed a wipe. Damn. Clyde with a link. And like usual, an error occurred. Please try back later. Playback ID. But if you just sit here and wait for a second, wait for it.
Howdy, Mark Serbu, gun designer, gun nut. Got kind of a serious one today for you here. I'm sure most of you are here because of Scott's accident. Scott from Kentucky Ballistics. Yeah, it was horrible. But I want to get some things out here. Just really quick, we're going to have a detailed, in-depth analysis video of the whole accident.
Yeah, I have. Thank you, Clyde. I wanted to watch that. I just got into this before I did a search for that. Clyde, what kind of weirdo Minnesota shit is it that you stack wood in the garage? I don't stack wood in the garage. Country folks just stack it outside. The wood is stacked under the above-ground gardens. I don't know where the conversation about putting it in the garage happened, but no, it's not. It's outside. We ricked that shit up. Rick is actually a description of the way a cord of wood is stacked. A cord of wood measures, read more button, and you buy it that way too. 4 foot by 4 foot by 8 or 120 cubic feet, and the standard cord is piled in a 4 foot by 8 foot stack or rick. Rick also refers to the stack of any material such as hay left out in the open air. Yeah, I don't put wood in my garage. It's next to the garage. The garage would be the backstop. It's actually technically under the garden, which works out because of the wooden legs that hold the front has wooden legs. The back they're actually attached to my garage. Oh, I just heard the bobber go down. I have to go check the oil level in my truck. I'll be right back. Damn it. No, I don't know if it's because these peanuts are so much bigger than the Potter's Boil the Bag ones, but they were not done enough. So back to the heat. But ooh, the brine was looking good. Just the peppers just completely break down and. Okay, where were we? Sharky, Matt, go and scratch up the mail babe's truck. Do tell. Oh, speaking of that, I forgot to give him his envelope. Whoops, sorry. So Matt is getting used to the gas bombs. Sharky, H1 on a kill stealing mission. H1 is a miss. You know, I have to say, I've been pretty lucky on this particular game because you guys have literally pounded completely around everything that you've hit so far. H1 is a miss. Sharky, I'll go and check the wig on the little guy in the Brew Babes canoe every day, all day. Sharky SH, I indeed Screw Tube ate the outro babe, old school shenanigans. It's my money. Not a doctor, but I thought the carotid artery was on the other side of the neck. It's my money. Matt, if I agree, you do not say on video what you will do. That just makes it a challenge for the ATF. You will be the first on the list. Their blood will not be shed with the armed vehicle crashing in your front door. It's my money. Got me. There is should have been instead. Damn it! Time to drink the booze. I'm going to review it. It's not going to review it itself. Still, it wasn't not a difficult comment to read. Discouraged Subaru did a video. Apparently, Scott's going to send the remains of the ammo he has left, and he's probably going to pull a couple of bullets and see if the powder charge is reasonable. Do some test fires in his shop or something. Should be pretty cool. Mike, cheers. Mike, glad to help you Steve, glad to help you sleep. And Steve, 1 hour, 37 minutes, 17 seconds. This will be admitted into Exhibit A. Now, here's the problem. I realize, see, once again, our society has gotten to the point where everybody is sheep, and the government is all and mighty and all powerful, and if you think one way or say something, all of a sudden you'll just get governmented. Well, it's bullshit, because it's we the people. It's we the people. The government, our founding fathers had already fought a tyrannical take all of your shit will by the government, and they wanted to make a world, they wanted to make a country, they wanted to make a place where they didn't have to go through all that. But yet here we are, going through all that. Taxes, that was supposed to be a temporary thing. How does that work out for everybody? That's one of the biggest arms of the government there is. Personally, I think it's just a sack of shit. And until people are willing to stop being afraid and show the government where the real power is, and that is us, the people, then it will always be what it is, and it'll continue to go in the direction that it goes. And it's really a sad thing, because we are granted by God and our founding fathers those rights, the Constitution. And to have the mumbling bullshit that fucking Biden has come out of his piss flaps just shows what they think and what they think of you. You're just little tiny peasants. Doesn't make a difference. I mean, look at how many people need to be killed by the government before you realize exactly why we have these firearms. Waco? How many people did they murder? And then they can all just justify it away because they're the government. If you disagree with the government, be prepared to pay. So yeah, you want to come crashing through my front door in a militarized vehicle? Well, I guess you fear the people that much. But if we stand in masses, we can make sure that that fear is theirs to have, not ours. Heaven forbid that I should stand up for the Constitution of the United States and what the men and women in our military have fought and died for. and what our founding fathers put together for us and left to us, just so that it could all be turned around by fucking loser Democrat libtards who only want power and try to change the agenda. You know, I was having this conversation with Christine. She's like, you know, your sister's not wrong. Everything about the Trump administration was a positive financially. 401ks. Now she's like, probably just going to have to, we're probably going to be kissing it all goodbye. Sad thing. Again, I constantly ask, what is it that they'll finally come for where you will finally stand up and fight for it? Because by then it's going to be too late. I tried to have this conversation about something that was just like, oh, it's just a silly thing. You know, the bump fire stock. No. Yeah, in one way you're absolutely right. It's a useless piece of shit. But it stands as it wasn't even the first step. It's now like the 20th step on the staircase for you losing all of your rights. If you can't stand for the first fucking ones, be prepared to lose all the way. Because once you gave them power, they're just going to keep on taking it. And until a show of force, and I'm sorry, it has gotten to the point where maybe that is the only thing that will be understood. The problem is, unless everybody stands together, everybody grabs their guns, and they head off to the Capitol, and those people fear, you know, the greatest part, unfortunately, it was all a plot by Antifa. Oh, let's go after Trump for starting the Capitol stuff. Yeah, it was already fucking going on before he even walked up to the podium. Not to mention, I can show you pictures of a known Antifa people wearing Trump hats. Well, what do you think they were doing that for? Because they wanted to try to make Trump look bad, and guess what? The stupid people. Everybody, all the stupid people, stand up and hold up your hand. You made it possible. You made it possible. They should have been in that Capitol building in fear of their lives. Why? Because you are overreaching. You are doing well and beyond what our founding fathers and what our own laws govern. You shouldn't have to go ask the government if it's okay if you put a fucking stock on anything. You shouldn't have to ask the government if it's okay to carry a firearm. Those rights were already given to us. You give them the power. They have no power on their own. You give them the power. Oh, they could have never anticipated full auto stuff. Oh yeah, that was also debunked. They had full auto stuff when our founding fathers were creating the paperwork. So stick another fucking fact up your ass, you idiots. Might have to go watch me some nude yoga to calm down. Oh, and trust me, if any of that shit ever starts, I'll be gone by dawn before that ever happens. Because the only way that we can stand against a tyrannical government is having a plan, and people like me and you having a predetermined spot that everybody meets. So, yeah, go ahead, make my millennium. I was really looking forward to putting somebody else's nuts in my mouth. Now I'm pissed. But when I was over at Superior Meats this morning, getting the lowdown, I asked the guy that I normally deal with, and it's funny because I walk past a door covered. J-Dog, am I lying or what? A door covered in in order to enter, you have to be wearing a mask, and it has to be over your nose, all over the door. And this is me for weeks and weeks now. Nobody says anything to me. Everybody's polite. That's because we're done. A lot of people are sick and tired of it. It used to be only me at Superior Meats. Only me at Keyport Liquor Store. Only me at Super One grocery store not wearing a mask. Actually, one of the very first times I ever ran across another person not wearing a mask in an establishment was down at the Holiday gas station. Me and Christine were in there and look over, and my nephew Jake, my sister's son, and she's just like, I tell you guys are from the same family. Jake just laughs. He goes, not gonna wear a diaper on my face. But now, the tide is changing. The tide is changing. I don't know if I have been anywhere that at least one other person today I did not see another person at Superior Meats not wearing a mask. But at the liquor store, there was another guy that was not wearing a mask. Whenever I'm at the grocery store, there's always a couple of people that at least are not wearing the mask. And when the sheep finally start to wake up, that's when this will go from and the government will release, because when more and more people will be telling them to go eat a dick, it'll be a good idea, and it'll be okay, because they'll have to continue to give the illusion of the power that they hold. And don't doubt me. The power that our government has is a complete illusion. It's a complete false. It's a Hollywood city. On one side, you see the government and their power. On the other side, you see a bunch of fucking 2x4s holding up the fake facade. And you are the supports that hold up that fake facade. As soon as people wake up and realize that we have the power, that's when we take our country back. More and more of the evidence, more and more of the proof of what really went down on election night are starting to come out. And, I'm allowed to dream. I don't give a shit what any of you say. I can still dream. That day that I watch Joe Biden and Camel Toe drug out of the White House and thrown into the fucking street, or prison would be even better. And then watching that fence being torn down and bring back to the great country that we are, because the people that will occupy that office won't have to be hiding in there in fear that we Americans end them for the fraud that they have committed. Hey, Biden administration, why are you hiding out behind a fence? Why is it that you fear? Oh, because you know you stole an election away from the American electorate. And I long for the day. I see rope, I see trees, I see prison cells. Going to the club before, I guess we can talk about this. SUMP coffee stout. Meal team, you find this? I highly recommend this. This is 11.5% by volume. There's no booziness. There's no burning, and I give this an 11. And again, any thoughts? You know, see, I always go through this dilemma. I always go through this dilemma. You know, 454 Packer, you know, I'd love to go hang that somewhere else, but it's such a beautiful picture that you sent me. You know, I got Wade's patch, I got Scotsman's plate. Tardisius. It's been 10 years. You sent me that on my birthday 10 years ago. The certified signature of the libtard is behind that one, and I decided to put Alice out front, and I feel so much better with the whole scenario. I thank everybody that participated in the giving it the name, but I refer constantly now to the my AR pistol as Alice. Jovich, she's just another beautiful libtard, but Alice is a badass. Then of course the die-cast steel car that I've had that I got from my grandfather, and of course Scooby's in there with his bolt-action rifle and his hard hat, and I had to keep some of the Star Trek stuff down here, and of course sitting on top of the speaker we got Spock and the Enterprise, and kind of an impulse expensive phaser that I bought from the new series, and then of course the stuff I got from Stalker Steve, the shells, and the one is the flask. There's something in there. I'm not even quite sure what I put in there. And then of course Jolson gave me the CAC, and then one of my favorite pictures up on top. And then because I got the whole setup from Samantha. To the best dad ever. Love you forever. And then that's me holding Sam when she was like 2.5, not quite 3 years old. And then of course one of her grad pictures holding the Kimber. That picture will have more meaning for her someday when she's actually owning the Kimber. Other keepsakes that I can't get rid of. The next to fake Captain Kirk, Captain Ken, is the steam engine. And I remember going over to my grandfather's and saying, "Fire it up, fire it up." I could probably find someone that could. I could probably fix it now, but basically it has a heating element in the bottom of it. You fill it up with water. When the steam starts to boil, it starts to turn it just like an old coal-driven locomotive, and then it even has a little whistle that would be that worked. And my grandfather always used to fire that thing up, and I got that from him before he passed away. The Millennial mug, and kind of shuffled some stuff around, and you can still see it okay, I guess. I got Mr. Holster sent me the picture of Jack, and of course the Hollywood prop gun that he said was used in the movie and the TV series, The Lazarus Man. I put the video behind it. He gave me the video too. I still have to pull the trigger on that thing. It's a blank gun. The cylinder is timed out of whack. I always kind of wondered if that could be undone, or if that was intentionally, if that was real, made into a prop gun, or if it was always a prop gun. It says prop gun, stamp prop gun on the side of it. Yeah, you couldn't Well, I've never tried. I don't know if you can actually put a real round into it. They probably have made precautions so you can't. Yeah, but you can see how it times funky. So supposedly this was the gun that Robert Urich carried in the Lazarus Man, and I do have blanks in it. I just like I said, I do not know what happens if you I don't know if it'll let you actually chamber a live round. I want you to ease them pistols out, but first, Outlaw Josie Wales. I was like, so I just try to clean a few things off. The bowl that Steve made for me, I'm actually going to move that upstairs to the Star Trek room. I always have to kind of do this. I mean, the desk obviously is set up as it's this shit. I do the put the overhead camera on there and do the filming, so kind of do need some real estate every now and then. But I don't know about you. It's always very disappointing when you want to got a handful of stuff and you go into your shop, your garage, your man cave or whatever, and you're like going, son of a bitch. I mean, I have 5.5 feet of counter in the gun room, and right now, if I gave you an overhead shot, there probably isn't a 4x4 inch area open for anything else. The beautiful thing is this whole front area, I have AR-10 upper and AR-15 upper. Bunch of handguards, and then a whole massive area of 10mm rounds on moon clips for the 610. And I lied. I actually did not bring the 610 to the range yesterday. I flat out feared the demise of my 10mm rounds if I did. I had a hard time to stop shooting the Defiant, and between the way the Defiant runs and how much fun it is to shoot the 610, I knew I had to leave it at home. I mean, I am down to the point where I can actually put every 10mm round that I have left into a magazine. And that is not including the cache of G20 mags that are sitting there. Just the ones that are out in play right now. And there wouldn't be a single 10mm, loose 10mm round left. And that is a very sad thing, because hands down my favorite round to shoot is a 10mm. Okay, in the club. First, Gunwild. By the way, I'm typing this while sitting on the toilet. Try and get that mental picture out of your mind. Another use for a 10mm round, Gunwild. Harmarsh. Cheers, Clubbers. Cheers, Harmarsh. DFC. Hit my club today and abused 200, 300, 400 yard steel with my main AR. Awesome. I love that sound. It's almost even more enjoyable to hear the bang, ding, You know, that kind of stuff. Clyde, cheers, Two-Hearted Ed to the sunny slopes long ago. Warrior Battalion / Justin's Final Mission Clovers. I'm going to hit the refresh button one time because I was yippy. And then I'm out of here. Clyde, Stan's last comment. I'm gonna go make myself up an early dinner. I purchased on the recommendation of one of the very nice gentlemen who I don't know what their well, I know what one guy's political affiliation is over there because I was wearing this shirt and of course not wearing a fucking mask and wearing this hat, and he was helping someone else and he looked at me and he just did one of these. Oh, that's so nice. So but I am a little disappointed in the fact that there was there was three primary reasons that I went to our range, the island, the one I pay to go to. We don't want to be Americans up here. Sorry. It was to spend some time with David and Bunky, and then of course I really wanted to see the Bunkinator running right, and then watching her just frickin' demolish the red dot on the targets with it, and of course I really wanted to fire the Defiant, and then even more than that, I just wanted to see the retro running like a bull. Okay, cheers, guys. I not sure about tomorrow having a review. Not trying to mess with your smile money, but I have a bunch of stuff I have to do after work. We'll see. It might still happen, but I got to get that. I'll be getting that laptop off to Poco Loco. I'll be getting Hector off some 45 long quote and some Hot Wheels cars for him to mess with, and yeah, and I think we have a high of 40 degrees is a nice day for the rest of all next week, so I got that to look forward to. So everybody be good. Thank you. Cheers.